Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the TNA Wrestling Event Center. And now here's the man that always makes an impact here on YouTube, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Episode 1384 of the show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Had a wonderful day. May the 2nd, 2024, 10:24 p.m. We just got done rant and rave, and we had a lot. We had some stuff that we had to deal with, but then I think it was very, very important that we need to deal with it. So I do apologize. You know, I managed to get my topics in, so if the format wasn't as good as expected, I'm wearing my new timeless Tony Storm shirt. I love Tony Storm, so there you go. Chin up, tits out, and watch for the shoe. And watch for the shoe. Duck, everybody. All right. We're going to talk about what happened on TNA. This is the final TNA before Under Siege. So, First Class decided to kick off TNA Impact. They're kind of like hosting the whole show from a balcony, and they'll be watching a lot of matches. So, first matchup, I believe, Mustafa Ali went one-on-one with Chris Bay. I think it was for the X Division title, but Mustafa Ali ended up winning the matchup, by the way, so that's good. Danny Luna went one-on-one with Alicia Edwards and Lars Fredrickson, the young man, the man who created the popular musical artist who created the theme song for Spitfire, was on commentary in this matchup. Alicia Edwards ended up winning the matchup for winning the matchup, putting the momentum in the favor of the system with Masha Slamovich in her corner. Then there's the new segment of DMTV with Sami Callihan. Sami Callihan made his return. Basically, what he's trying to do is basically say whatever the heck he wants. Whose buttons is he going to push when during his time on the second time around in Impact? Coney Diener went one-on-one with Hammerstone, and the match was made into a Sin City street fight since TNA Impact took place in Vegas. And Hammerstone ended up winning the matchup with the torture rack. But then Jake Something came out and goes after Hammerstone, and they were fighting until security separated both men. Meanwhile, it was a digital exclusive that Nick Nemeth was getting checked out. Checked out by the doctor, and he said he's not cleared for Under Siege. I'm cutting it right now. And Speedball Mountain was there, and Santino Morella was there, very concerned about, who was going to replace him. And Matt Hardy saw what was going on. He said, I will replace you, with the Trent the 7th, as he called Trent 7, and the Ball of Speed that he calls Mike Bailey, which I thought was, Matt Hardy. And he goes, deletion. That's right, delete the system. So Matt Hardy will replace Nick Nemeth as he teams up with Speedball Mountain against the system. So, as they go up against the system this Friday, tomorrow night on Under Siege. Then you got Santino Morella was talking to Jonathan Gresham, welcoming him back, and he made the first match back at Under Siege. Jonathan Gresham goes one-on-one with Kushida, and the big concern is after Santino Morella shook his hand, it was ink all over it. I don't know if Jonathan Gresham's going to go under that octopus persona, per se. That could be where he's headed. So there's that. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry came out to apologize to First Class. So he started playing his guitar and singing about "You Are Banned from Diving." I was like, oh no. He's roasting them now again. And they're like, trash, trash, trash. I'm like, oh boy. Yeah, AJ Francis, a.k.a. Fat Uncle Phil. Flop dollar. AJ Francis. Hey, AJ Francis, have you won any Super Bowl rings, man? My Patriots won 6. What you got? Anyway, so that I thought that was good. Gia Miller interviews the system, and they vow to defeat Matt Hardy and Speedball Mountain. And the system, you won't delete the system. You gotta put your trust in the system. And I think ever since this ever since Alicia Edwards and Eddie Edwards turned heel, I mean, you see a lot more coming out, especially coming out of Alicia. I remember Alicia Edwards when she wrestled here in New Bedford at the Wayland City Festival at Butler Park over the summer, and she was known as Lexus. And she was very quiet, but the heel persona, it started to come out, and she is brilliant at it. And let me tell you, Alicia Edwards could be a future Knockouts champion. But if TNA makes the mistake of letting them go, I'd see the WWE picking them up. I see Alicia Edwards really shining on NXT if given the opportunity. If, let's say, hypothetically speaking, if TNA decided we're not going to renew the contracts of both Alicia and Eddie Edwards, I say put them in the WWE. Let's see what they can do. But right now, they're doing their thing in TNA. That's cool. So, there was a number one contenders match for the X Division title between Ace Austin and Trey Miguel. Zachary Wentz tried to get involved. Chris Bay and Ace Austin cut him off at the pass, but then Ace Austin capitalized on the distraction. Trey Miguel was distracted by that, and Ace Austin did pick up the victory. Oh, excuse me. Over Trey Miguel, and he'll be challenging Mustafa Ali for the X Division title tomorrow night. And Josh Alexander and Eric Young are addressing Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian. This is a USA versus Canada battle, in my personal, because Eric Young's from Canada, Josh Alexander's from Canada. Well, here's the crazy part. The Americans are the bad guys, and the Canadians are the good guys. Bizarro world we live in, man. But you think of a Heart Foundation, but nowadays, I think people respect Eric Young and Josh Alexander for their great wrestling skills in the ring, which is so super cool. And to see that, so I'm pretty pleased as punch that match is going to happen. So, George the Iceman, the personal concierge for Ash by Elegance, introduces Ash by Elegance while she watches a Knockouts Championship matchup, which Jordan Grace defending the title against Japanese sensation Miyu Yamashita. And Jordan Grace did pick up the victory, and as she was helping up Yamashita, Steph DeLander attacks Grace after the match. Khan joins her, and I think Khan was about to hold her for another attack until... Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. The lights went out. I'm getting tired here. The lights went out, and then when the lights went back on, PCO appeared in the ring, starts fighting with Khan, chasing both Khan and Steph DeLander out of the ring, leading to a mixed tag match, a grudge match, between both teams. So, and that is where we end here. So, let's go down TNA Under Siege. I got my picks and predictions. I decided to write it down because I didn't have time to do it on the paper here, on the old board there, old tally board I'm going to use tomorrow. Trios matchup, the System versus Matt Hardy and Speedball Mountain. The System will find a way to win that match. So, the System will probably win that matchup. Now, X Division title, Mustafa Ali versus Ace Austin. Somehow, the good hands are going to get involved, helping out Mustafa Ali. Ali retains the title. Alright. Mixed tag match, PCO and Jordan Grace versus Khan and Steph DeLander. I say PCO and Grace has this one in the bag. So, PCO and Jordan Grace. The team of Josh Alexander and Eric Young versus Steve Macklin and Kazarian. I'm going with Alexander and Young. Okay? Josh Alexander and Eric Young in this one. Now, the Kid Knockouts Tag Team title Spitfire. It's a little spitball. Why? I think it's Speedball Mike Bailey. Spitfire, that's the team of Danny Luna and Jody Threat, the Knockouts Tag Team Champs, against Alicia Edwards and Monster Slamovich. I got a hunch that the System somehow is going to win this matchup. Slamovich. We have new champions. Alicia Edwards will get her first title in TNA against Monster Slamovich. Alright, so the other matches, Gretchen versus Kushida. I'm picking Jonathan Gresham. The Laredo Kid versus Rich Swann. Even though the digital media title shockingly is not on the line, but AJ Francis will get involved. Rich Swann will win that one. And somehow also AJ Francis might get involved in this match. Joe Hendry versus Trey Wentz. Not Trey Wentz. Zachary Wentz. I'm picking Gigi Dolan's man, Zachary Wentz, to win this one. And then there are two matches, countdown to Under Siege. Ash by Elegance versus Havoc. I believe Ash by Elegance is going to win that one. Despite Havoc's size. Ash by Elegance will find a way to win. And the FBI in action. It depends on who they face. But FBI might win this one. So it'll be the FBI. That's a team of Zach Clayton and Ray Jazz, along with Guido Maritano in their corner against whoever they pick. It could be Grizzly Young Vets, probably the Good Hands, probably. And if that's the case, the FBI will win. Well, tomorrow we got the game of Strategy, Luck, Knowledge, and Daring Bullseye coming up. And not only that, SmackDown and NXT Level Up, final SmackDown before Backlash. So, that's all the time we have on the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.